Hey, family. Peace. I hope you know what time it is. It's the reactivation of our shield. One love. One heart. Let's get together and feel alright. What? One love. One heart. And it will feel alright. Check on it. A few more minutes. One love, one heart. Sorry. Check on in. Give some praise to the Lord. Check on in. The bottom of creation. Hey, Skittles. Hey, Toy. Hey, Salute. I hope you have your purple and white on. One love. Get together and be alright. And we'll be alright. Alright, family. Get together and feel alright. Alright, family. What do we have? We have 2 minutes. You know, today is our reactivation of our shields. You know, always come last minute. Let's go outside and let's commune with our trees. You ready? Oh, let me make sure I have the time. You know, I'm always walking around and I never have the time. Hey, peace, family. One love. All right, let's go outside. Let's go to my main tree. You gonna walk with me to my tree? Yes, yes, yes. Let's go outside. It's a beautiful day outside, family. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. See, I closed my door. I'm so real. I keep it real. I keep it real. What time is it? We have 1 more minute. I hope you plan to do it. This is my mother tree, as you know. This is my tree. I always call it my Harry Potter tree. Okay, I don't know if you can see me. It's nice and bright. See my Harry Potter tree there? Say hello. Hello, hello. It's my favorite tree in the world. She protects me and my babies, and I'm so appreciative to her presence. See her face? This is my tree. All right, family. I hope you have your words. I don't have them written down. This is last minute. I hope you have your mantra to say, as we're going to reactivate our shield in about a couple minutes. If anyone has the mantra, can you paste and clip it into the remarks? If you have it, please. See our tree? There we go. So we're going to, I have my fairy on me. See my beautiful fairy, which was a gift. Okay. Does anyone have the mantra? I hope someone does, because we're about to start right now. Well, I'm going to start it for you, everyone. We call upon our divine elemental ancestors of fire, earth, air, water, divine mother of light, divine father of time. Cloak and shield us, Mother Tiamat, our divine feminine masculine, twin flames, animal, aquatic, insect, and plant families in the shadows of smoke, that we may pass safely amongst all friend and foe. It was, it is, it shall be. We call upon our divine elemental ancestors of fire, earth, air, water, divine mother of light, divine father of time. Cloak and shield us, Mother Tiamat, our divine feminine, masculine, twin flames, animal, aquatic, insect, and plant families in the shadows of smoke, that we may pass safely amongst all friend and foe. It was, it is, it shall be. We call upon our divine elemental ancestors of fire, earth, air, water, divine mother of light, divine father of time. Cloak and shield us, Mother Tiamat, our divine feminine, masculine, twin flames, animal, aquatic, insect, and plant families in the shadows of smoke, that we may pass safely amongst all friend and foe. It was, it is, it shall be. Yay! Thank you, thank you. Mwah. This is my tree, this is my friend. Say bye, everybody, to her. It's a beautiful day. We reactivated our shield. See our beautiful mother up there? You see her face? If you're close enough, you can see her face. Wonderful. I'm so grateful you joined me for such events. Walking with this. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. I'm going inside to play some more music. You know, I ran in the house. You saw her face. She has a beautiful face. Yes. See my son over there? See my shirt? I'm kind of bouncing. Bouncing. Yes, family. We reactivated our shield once again, as we normally do, and I am grateful. So, you know, it's on and popping. I always like to play another song. How about that? Kind of warm it up a little bit. Warm it up. That's how I ball out. Did the face naturally? No, when I transmuted dimensions, the face came. Real talk. When I transmuted dimensions, I think I talked about that before, the face came on the tree. So once I went to another dimension, the tree actually showed up as a face. The face showed up. So you put purple on? That's cool. You knew. Let's play some more music. You know, it's a musical day. I love this day. It is absolutely, I'm going to play the favorite song. This song is reminiscent of the times. Hold on. Let's play some more music by B.O.B. Purple Every Day. It's a grandiose color. It is a royal color. Let's make it on and poppin'. Here we go. I love this song. Oh, B.O.B. If I wasn't taking B.O.B., me and you could be together. Oh. I love this song. You saw my shirt? I actually had it made. Humankind.
I'm in this apartment that I don't want no one to know. Dressed up for stages and faces and similar clothes.
Similar clothes.
And always I'm venting and always inventing a song. And always ascending, drifting into the unknown.
What? Here we go.
I wonder if we are living our show. So tell me, I gotta know. If I were to be honest and bold, would I be a hero? blood would flow, a violet bravado.
Wow! Check on in. We reactivated our shield. Engagement ring is amethyst. That's what I'm talking about, Jackie. A divine union.
Communication is so amazing when shown.
Check on in, family.
As we awaken, and all the pages unfold. From such a beautiful life. From such a beautiful life. I wonder if we are living a show. Don't tell me, I gotta know.
Gotta know.
If I were to be honest and bold, would I be a hero?
I'm in love with you, B.O.B.
'Cause if you could see the colors that glow inside my soul, oh, if I were to bleed, my blood would flow, a violet, a brown.
Yes, it's an amethyst. This is an amethyst. Someone made this for me. This is a present. Happy divine re-upping of our shield. As you know, we do this every 13th. We reclaimed our 13th, and this is what we do. We ask that you show up. We ask that you rock purple and white, and you uphold yourself in the most divine and phenomenal way. Ah, I love that song. Ah! Oh, B.O.B. That was B.O.B. Violet Bravado. You don't know. That's like one of our theme songs. I love that song. Like I said, if I wasn't taking B.O.B., I might consider rocking with you. I might still consider rocking with you as a friend. Peace to the east, the west, the north, and the south. Thank you for once again joining for the reactivation of our divine shield. We have made this a part of our regimen. Every month we get together, mothers, grandmothers, fathers, uncles, cousins, children, daughters, sons. We come together, animals, pets. As you see our tree, and someone asked about my beautiful tree. My tree, as soon as I transcended and transmuted into another dimension, the tree actually showed face. So, and also I have telecommunication with the trees, and that's also a testament to them. Once you have the frequency of the trees, they start to take on form, almost like humanoid form. That's also a sign that you're connected to them. So big up to my grandmother tree. She's beautiful. She protects us, and actually she moved her face. Her face used to actually face the house. As I started to grow and get more popular, her face turned towards the road. She protects me. And I don't even have to tell you, my neighbors kind of freaked out about it because they remember the tree looking and facing a certain direction, and she actually moved and turned herself to look towards the road. So she sees both sides of the road and she protects us. So it's very interesting. I love her and I love all my trees. Big up to y'all. So who's on the line today? Jennifer, what's good? I see Margara's in the house. Aya, what's good? India, hey, how you doing? Peace, peace, peace. Like I said, it's beautiful. I have my shirt. I love this shirt. I got this. That's what I'm saying, family. When we're in, hey, Kathy. Hey, Azuri. Hey, Untitled Sensei. Hey, Peace XOX. Hey, Envy. Hey, Jackie. Philly's in the house. What's good? Hey, Bear Boundless Beauty. Hey, Levitt. Hey, Deshonda. Hey, Skittles. Hey, Mama. Hey, Nafisa. Hey, KTG. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Mayan. Angel. Marie. Lucinda. Look at all the sea stars showing up. Hey, Amber, Tiffany, Martha. Hey, Martha. Martha's in my neck of the woods. Mwah. Helpaka, Sheila, Sabrina, Richie. Hey, Richie Rich. Tiffany, what's good? Aya's still there. Masterful. What else? Hey, Bear, Kenya, Cole, Lulu, Saki, Joshua. Hey, Joshua. Ocean Pearl. Yes, so listen. This is what's so wonderful about when we do this. How long have we done this, family? Like almost like a couple months now, right? But did you realize that it's weird? I went out to go get another shirt. Everything shows up as relative. When you're in the frequency, when you're in the wave, everything matches you. There's a candle that's actually made that I told you that I needed for protection. I always light it during this time. It came purple and white. It just showed up in my metaphysical store. It's never been there before and it showed up. So I light that candle. It's purple and white. And like you see, my shirt, what does my shirt say? It says humankind, be both. I love the shirt. I saw it. It was for me. It had one shirt my size and I bought it. It's crazy. As things show up like that. I'll get UFO shirts that just pop up like one size and it'll be my size. When you're, like I said, when you're in the wave and frequency, everything aligns with you. I told you I moved to my area and I manifested Starbucks everywhere. Because you know I have a problem, and I manifested Whole Foods and another whole food type of store that's more holistic, more local. I manifested all that and manifested a new educational system for my children. I manifested everything when I came here, and I told you I went outside of the matrix and I actually permeated outside of the matrix in my little bubble, and everything around me carteled to my frequency. Every single thing, from people, places, and things. So there's a purple. Listen to all the people in purple. Yes, Envy. You'll be surprised who's in alignment with us. Go outside and see who's wearing purple and white. You'd be so surprised. What'd you say? I'm volunteering in the chef. I work in a plant-based brown woman. Oh, Azuri. That's interesting. Hey, Selma. Hey, Mama. 1 + 3. I manifested escape room by me. Did you really? See what I'm saying, Jennifer? You do. And we have to realize this is an interactive video game. I'm serious. When I say to you, you manifest everything. Thoughts are things. So be mindful of your thoughts. Even when you're upset, be mindful because you could be manifesting something else. But like I said, like I didn't expect to have the fairy. This was a gift to me. It's an amethyst on my little fairy. So it was a gift and I love it. And these are all things that showed up right before the 13th. So I hope everyone's staying in alignment. Beautiful. And that's why I say, because we collectively, and I have to thank all you sea stars. Listen, I told you, it was quite a few of you. We sat on a little panel together on what was it, Cypher? And we collectively came together. It wasn't just me. It was the sea stars with the date we do it, the hour we do it, and what colors we rock. It was not just me. Yes, it's purple and red, blue and red combined. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely, Joshua. And we came up with it, and I have to thank and be grateful for each one of the sea stars. These are mothers, these are grandmothers, these are aunties, these are big sisters, these are cousins. It's such a beautiful collective. And like I say, this day, we put down our swords. This is a day that we represent divinity in the highest form, meaning that I would like for you to extend yourself. If you want to bring a coffee to your mom, your auntie today. I know it's, people say it's silly. Why would you bring a coffee? It's not healthy. Listen, whatever makes someone feel special today, this is our day to uphold ourselves in a most divine way. This is a day we do something special, and it's not about us, it's about other people. So even if you bring a flower to someone, tomorrow is Love Day. It's Valentine's Day, which is an occult day, but I call it Love Day. And I love Love Day because I could care less about holidays, but I love the energy and the family orientation and the love that goes with Love Day. So tomorrow's a Love Day. It's a special day. I buy my little ones candy and flowers. We have beautiful host of flowers that their daddy had bought them. We're very love-oriented family. So I think today, if you can extend yourself to an elderly person, and why I always make a really big deal about the elderly is because they're the most neglected. These are our elders that are neglected. And I really would love for us to start to show up for our elders. I think a lot of times we forget how much they did, how much they laid the path for us. A lot of times we forget how much they sacrificed for us to be here and the way that we show up. So if you have an elder or you know of an elderly place and they'll allow you, I always say to bring donuts. Like some of you are from the city, Detroit, D-Town, Washington, D.C., New York, Connecticut, parts of LA. If you know older people in apartments that cannot make it out of their houses because they're so elderly, you know, the ones in walkers, if you can, ring their door. Don't bring anything that they'll be suspect from. Bring them a flower, one purple flower. Bring something like a sweet or a coffee or something to drink, or just lend yourself. It would be so beautiful for you to lend yourself. If we're going to be the caretakers of the planet, we have to be the caretakers of our own families. We have to give honor to our own. And if we don't have our mothers and fathers in our lives, it's okay to extend it to another elderly person who maybe doesn't have that. I always say that. It's so important. And I hope that this is a day that you kind of incorporate that. You were raised by 83-year-old aunt, see? And I'm still here for her. I love that. Yeah. It's beautiful. I mean, like I said, I think sometimes we forget how honorable and how much they sacrifice for us, and we throw them away in this culture. And it's so unfortunate because they have so many gems. I told you, my grandmother's feisty. She's 101 years old. She'll be 102 in December. She still has her wits about her, and the best advice in the world is from her. I'm so grateful to have a grandmother that's still here, and also to have her at that age is absolutely amazing, and it's a testament to her genealogy, and it makes me grateful that one day that I can have my wits and be as old, but generously, you know, grow old in a very cohesive way. So just got off the phone with my mom. She said 2 young women like a torch each other. Wait, say that again. Kunapku said, just got off the phone with my mom. She said 2 young women lit the torch for each side of Korea. I love that. How beautiful is that? Beautiful. So put your swords down today. If you got beef with another homegirl, put it down today. This is a day that we collectively come together. This is about unity consciousness. And also for the elderly males, make sure you don't forget the fathers, the grandfathers, the uncles who have put in their time on this planet, and they too need to be honored, because it's a little different for men when they age and it's harder for them. So if you know a granddaddy, my papa passed, my father passed, but I still honor him, and I still make sure that I always keep his thoughts with our family, and keep doing that. And like I said, if you know animals, if you know animal shelter, if you can go get a bag of food and donate it today, please do so. Donate your time. If you know of little girls or little boys that are walking home from school and it makes you feel a little concerned, just stand by and watch them today. So, you know, let today be a day of unity. And every 13th, if we do this and it collectively grows, we will always be in safety. So our shield is re-upped. I noticed that it's collectively working. We've saved many lives on this planet. It has to do with each one of you. I could not have done this by myself. I do not take ownership for it. We sat with a whole bunch of sea stars on a platform and made this day a priority. So I suggest that it doesn't matter if I'm here or not on the 13th, please always re-up the shield. You'd be surprised at how many celebrities are re-upping the shield. You'd be surprised at how many athletes are making purple and white sneakers in answer to our shield. And many people are honoring this 13th, and they're trying to get down with the get down. They're trying to bring, you wore envy, you wore purple, any? Many of them are, yeah, many people, many beings are trying to get down with us. So let it be. As long as they're upholding the light, I'm all good with it. If they're dark, it's only going to turn against them. So I'm so grateful again you joined me. What time is it? Wow, I was right on time today, and we had enough time to play some music. So let's see, meditation. Let's see, I'm thinking purple. This is beautiful. And remember, you're at work wearing purple. I love that, Lucinda. Hey, Jose. Big up to Jose in the house. So, again, tomorrow's love day. 1 + 3. Keisha, I called you. Did you get my phone call, Keisha? I was concerned about you. What is a weaver? I was told I was one and can find out what weaver is. Someone who creates things. And to my knowledge, a weaver is somebody who can interlock different forms of vibrational patterns and kind of weave through things. A weavers also create energetic grids. That's to my knowledge what a weaver is. I don't know what context they said it to you. So anyway, so big ups to Patreon, those on Patreon. I finally figured out somewhat how to use Patreon. So those of you, big up to those who decided to join Patreon. I appreciate you got the extra videos, which some of you were shocked about. But, you know, I keep it real, and I'm keeping it real on Patreon. I'm disclosing a whole lot. So, you know, it's interesting. So I'm grateful for those who joined Patreon. Big up to y'all. What else do I have to make an announcement? Thursday, I think, I'm not sure if I'm doing the show. I think I'm supposed to do the show Thursday. I'm trying to see. Normally, I might just have a open mic Thursday because I don't really have a plan to have a guest unless Mr. Corey wants to come on and talk about the Anunnaki. So if Mr. Corey comes on, then we'll do the show Thursday. If not, it might just be open mic. And what else? What other announcements? Today's the 13th. I'm so excited. Oh, listen, that lunar moon. Anybody go crazy with the lunar eclipse? I couldn't sleep for like 3 days. The lunar eclipse was off the... Wait, you saw 2 UFOs outside your house yesterday, purple lights around. Zoomed in telescope, they were hovering. One hid when I looked. They normally... Oh, wow. Bandit. Bandit had UFO... Bandit had UFO sighting yesterday. Bandit, that's good. Make sure you document the day and the time. If it happened at night, always put the time, because you'd be surprised that the way that patterning works with UFO sightings is usually happens at the same time of year or usually same phase as the moon. There's sometimes a coincidence of time and dates. So make sure you always place time if you end up getting a sighting, time and date, and something relative to you, because it may just be linked to you specifically, and it could be a craft connected to you personally. Usually when you see a craft, it's usually your people. So, you know, not everybody sees crafts. So it's a testament to you. So make sure you always document. You know I'm big on document. I'm big, because a lot of times we forget. They make sure that you forget it, and you may not even remember that you saw it. And I'll be like, yo, you remember the time you saw the craft? And you'll be like, what are you talking about? Because you forgot it. Okay? So... do that. What was I gonna say? So much going. Oh, the lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse had me going batty. You know I'm adverse to the moon. The moon is. I'm not a fan of that satellite in the sky. It controls your ebbs and flow, and it was a lunar eclipse. I didn't sleep for like 3 days. I almost looked like Medusa. I was going batty. I had to keep myself grounded. I did everything possible to keep grounded. I was not a fan of the lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse moon effects are still lingering. Yes, they are. That girl Figgy. Absolutely. It was off the chain. Yamaya, Bear Boundless says I had to do it with Yamaya. Yeah, I could, you know. But we're getting the solar now. We're getting a partial solar eclipse in Aquarius. Listen, family, in 2 days. So the 15th is when the new moon comes. So make sure you know about those energies. Now, I'm a fan of solar eclipses, and I will utilize that energy to manifest more of what I desire. So make sure that you take full advantage of the new moon. Remember, it's great to bring new projects into fruition with this new moon in Aquarius. It's great for family events, planning, plotting, bringing things into into existence. So please utilize the new moon. It's going to be beautiful. In Aquarius, the new moon, and it's a solar eclipse partial solar eclipse in Aquarius. So I'm excited. Anything that has to do with the sun, I'm good. The moon, not so good. The sun, yes, I'm good. So utilize the sun energy. Remember, last solar eclipse, I was charged. I was like a super being. I was souped up so much. I think I was charged for like 6 months. I felt wonderful. So just make sure you take advantage of that. Also, I should have next month the actual details of the contactee, FleurBrun contactee Kiki in July 14th. I should have all the information and intel. It takes me a little longer because I'm doing it all myself. And it's just something that's how I do. So it should be around tentatively the July the 14th. It'll be in that arena. I'll have all the information then and details. And if you decide it's going to be in Orlando, if you decide to come, I'm going to try to block out certain resorts or hotels so that you guys can all just behave yourselves. Because I'm not getting in trouble if you go get buck wild at the hotels, ET people. The Star family goes wild, especially some of you Arcturians getting down and saucy with some Pelagian, and then some of you Saurians trying to get down with the Lyrians. I don't want no parts of any hybriding programs. Please, I don't want phone calls talking about the Lyrians are trying to get down with me, and I'm only down with Sekhmet. I'm joking, but I'll try to block out certain hotels for the event so that those around that time will stay at the same facility, because I think I'm going to have to bust you in to the beautiful place that will be upholding our lectures. And, we're going to have a post party, because that's how I roll, music and DJ after the lecture. I just get down like that, and a movie night. So, and only a few are allowed to stay on site with me, and a few others like Barry Littleton, I'm supposed to fly in, and Ja Vega. So if you're lucky enough to book before and stay VIP, and this is mostly, I don't think we're going to have any males staying on site because we'll all get in trouble. So this would only be for females. I think there's a few rooms that can actually stay on site, and they actually get to hang out with us in the home that we're doing the business. I know the males were really upset because they're like, why can't we stay? Because y'all get us in trouble, and I can't have any unsolicited sexual activity on site. At least not on site. Y'all could do what you want to do in the hotels. I'm just saying, I keep it real. I'm realistic about everything, so I don't want to get phone calls about anything that's not positive. Generally, the cost will be, I think it's from $250 to $300. It's for the whole thing. You'll have food. It's vegetarian. It's all by me, so I don't play. It's all vegan. Sorry. So you'll be healthy. And I know a lot of people do other events where they have meat and so on. This is just something FleurBrun does. So I know if you're a meat eater, listen, this place is off-site. You can eat meat, but I'm a Caribbean woman. My food will taste good. It will be absolutely phenomenal. You have choices, and it will be highly healthy, and alkaline water and alkaline liquids. Starbucks, I may have to do that. Kenya, I wish we had the bar. If I was really sushy and bougie, I would get they'll do that sometimes when the very elite, they get to actually get the Starbucks. They bring the actual espresso machines to places. Some people have it, but I'm not that bougie. Let me stop. I'm really not that bougie. Yeah, well, and for whomever's staying in Florida that week, we can always meet up. Like if you want to do, remember this, I made it for the summer for mommies and daddies because you can always, I love the fact that it's here. It's a holiday place. It's a place that you can have children. You also stay at the resorts where there's, pool, theme parks and everything. You don't have to, but if you have little ones and you want to do it for a vacation, I think it's nice if you bring your hubby, like you go to maybe you just go to the event with us, and hubby or, auntie or grandma can stay with the little ones, and then you guys make it a week, and then we can meet up for coffee at Starbucks, and you can see all the madness at my Starbucks. A Starbucks tour. We'll do like an ET tour, take pictures with like difference in comparison. It'll be nice. So that way, for those who are around, who's staying and lingering around for the week, we can kind of meet up. We can either do Universal. If some of you are doing theme parks and some of us have passes, we'll meet up there. So we'll just kind of do our own thing. I'm maxing it out as 100 people. Hopefully, I can't extend it past that. That's a maximum. Hopefully, it'll just be, to that level. Because I've thrown parties with over 100 people, but this is something different. It's a lecture, and I want to make sure it's cohesive for everybody. Like I said, the site that we're doing everything, I'm going to take care of now. The actual hotels and resorts that you guys will stay in, I'm going to try to block out a couple places on the same strip so that you guys have access to each other, but also that it's a little more discounted. So I'll see what they'll do. You know, I'm a New Yorker, I'm a hustler, and I'm gonna tell them, listen, if I have so many people here, you better give me a discount, and give them discounts. So that I'm gonna do, unless you guys are gonna stay at your own resorts, and then transportation, you'll just make sure you go to those other sites so that you can be shuttled in. Because I don't think the place that we have can accommodate 100 cars. It just can't. And I don't want to do that anyway. So it'll be fun. And like I said, next month, I have everything tentatively down. What about BRB? I don't know about the B. I've heard about BRBs. They're around here. So I don't really know much about them. I know people can get BRBs. Check it out. If you find anything, let me know. If they're I don't know, is that like something you do like in people's homes and whatever. Whatever floats your boat is fine. Just make sure that I'll give you the locations that you meet up on site so that you guys can be shuttled in. Because I know that we'll probably have shuttlers. And like I said, there's a few people that I will allow to stay on site. They'll pay a little extra to stay on site with us, but they'll be on site with us. So you get to eat with me. You get to see me in pajamas. We get to do movie nights together. You get to see me looking crazy like I look every day in person, in the morning and at night. For the weekend. If you could tolerate that, you can stay with me on site. You want to be security, Eric? Listen, we could use security. Listen, as you know, if you pop off, we're ready. That's one thing that's what people are like, we worry about security. Listen, I'm all about, I'm bowdy. You come, remember I got goons too. I'm a New Yorker, so I got goons waiting for those who want to bring it. So if you want to bring it, it's going to be brought in. So I'm unconcerned because we've got Anunnaki beefed up and we got Andromedans beefed up. And Eric said he's going to come and hold it down. Bring whistles for security. You guys are going to blow whistles, high-pitched whistles. We got jokes all day. Anyway, it's gonna be fun. If anything, it's gonna be a hangout thing. And remember, it's gonna be my first time doing this event. Don't have any expectations because I'm wild and I will make sure everything is structured. That's one thing I do. But it's my first time doing this, and I'm doing this because we need to get together, and we need to have this forum to do once a year. So, and again, all the monies is going, you already know, is going to FleurBrun Sanctuary. I don't play games. I'm about that life. So every dime, every penny, including what I dish out, goes straight to FleurBrun Sanctuary. And I should be in Brazil at the end of the summer for, I think I'm supposed to go there for a couple weeks or a month. So hopefully when I go, I should have a placement in mind. I have the actual location, which I'm really feeling. And your Philly goon, DR say to the Philly goon, come on, we goons are welcome as long as you're gooing it for the opposition. We're good. Yeah, so I should be in Brazil at the end of the summer for a month or a couple weeks. So I have a location that I really like. You know, I'm a hustle to do what I got to do to get what I want. And what Bahia, you remember Amara? You guys have good memories. Unfortunately, my memory couldn't compartmentalize because the ETs mess with me so much. So sometimes I remember certain things, sometimes I don't. If you want to donate, I know this is where I'm terrible, family. I tell you, I don't put the donation thing all the time. It's so crazy. I figure if somebody wants to donate, they'll find it. I'll put the link to donate on this video. I should remember to do it. I'm sorry if I don't do it. Sometimes I just forget. So I'll put the donation thing. If you want to do that, that's fine. Some of the people, Martha, you're here. So yeah, Martha, I may need your help since you're here in location. So maybe we should get together once I get everything tangibly put together. We should get together. And like I said, there'll be t-shirts, hats, all that good stuff there. Just everything on site. Food will be on site. It'll be totally vegan, yummy, delicious, and you'll be good. If you have allergies, you shouldn't be allergic to anything I'm serving. And like I said, we'll enjoy the night. And at the end of the lecture, you have an option. There'll be movie night. It's for a weekend. So I know there'll be a movie. There's a theater on site. So for some who decide to stay for movie night, we'll do like a really good retro couple movies. And then we'll do the after party will be the last day, the day of the lecture. So we'll do the after party after the lecture. So I haven't planned it out yet. I have to be more concise. Weed smoking allowed. Organic dope. Listen to your name, organic dope. You're asking if there's weed smoking allowed. Listen, don't do anything on site. It's not legal like that in Florida. Any smoking or chiefing, you're gonna have to do. Oh, MCO. You're flying into MCO. So MCO is where you're flying into. Orlando International Airport. Any weed smoking? Y'all chiefers already know how you do. Just smoke off site. We can't have 100 chiefers on site because we might get arrested. That'll be FleurBrun in the cellar. Singing and putting our whatever they give us to drink and going against the thing trying to get bail. Please, weed smokers is for the lazies. Eric said. Keep your chiefing. If we were in Colorado, then you could probably chief all day. I don't think they would care. But we're not in Colorado. Maybe one time we'll do it in Colorado, and then you could chief. And I know in Brazil, if we do it in Brazil, you guys could chief it up. Just keep it. If there's, we don't have little ones going to come to this event. So if there's little ones there, I don't agree with smoking around little ones. But there's no little ones on site. But there's no chiefing actually on site. I'm okay with you chiefing wherever you chief. Just chill out. Oh, you said Kelly got you spoiled. Organic dope. You said organic dope. Your name is organic dope. That's dope. That's funny. Oh gosh, vape it. Cheap. Listen, we got all kinds of chiefers on here. I'm sure they'll find alternative versions. We got chiefers who are coming actually to speak at the event, so I'm sure they will find appropriate places. Like if we were out in the woods, like Blair Woods, you could chief all day, but you're gonna start seeing crazy things in Blair Woods, and then we gonna have issues other than just ETs. You're gonna start seeing all kinds of madness and Sasquatch and what have you. So remember, this is more of a commercial setting, so just keep that in mind. I love it. Chiefers on site. So anyway, that's it. That's tentatively, I should have everything next month, family, okay? And then after that, I kind of take a little furlough because it's my planting season. I plant my seeds and I cultivate and I do a lot of planting of trees. So not weed trees, but trees. So I usually take a break in March sometime until about April or May. So you may not see me as much or hear from me as much because I go through a planting season. I'm really about that life. And I like to make sure I have my herbal garden up to date because my herbs didn't really last through the cold front. So I want to kind of see if I have some of my heirloom seeds I can actually cultivate this time. So I'm gonna do that. So from about March to about April or May, that's my cultivating season. So don't hit me up. I'm usually not as available, and I'm about that life. So like I said, I have to grow. I have avocado trees I have to go in ground that I raised from a baby. My lemon and lime trees have to go in. I'm trying to get a Sarasops tree on site. I'm trying to do it all. It's going to be interesting when we get to Brazil because I want to make sure that I get a lot of these trees. I want to see how many of the trees that, especially the soursop tree, I want to see if we can do that in Brazil. A couple of the trees that I have here. So I want to see if I can do that. All right. So thank you, family. Wow, we actually did it. How to avoid Monsanto soil. What I do is you should do a build-up. Most people are worried about the Monsanto soil. What you do is a build-up. What I did with my other home, and I think most of you know I used to live on a farm. When I had my babies, I lived on a farm, and I had about 2.5 acres of pure food, and I grew most of my food. You do build-up. Excuse me. You take it, you cultivate, you make sure you cover it, and you do build-up soil. I like composted soil. I compost also. So if you have composted soil, worms. Use composted soil to do your top layer above the Monsanto, because the composted soil will actually neutralize all the chemicals in the Monsanto soil. So it'll make it a little healthier. Then you can build up. If you want to do bricklaying around and then build up to that point, like clay enclosures, which I always suggest clay enclosures for your build up. Or some people like to just build up totally and do a high bedding with some peat moss and then build it up with some composted soil, and then add worms to it just to give it, because worms poop is soil. Most people don't know that worms, when they poop, that's soil. So, you know, it's always nice to have some nice worms in there, because they just help a bit and build the soil. And also they break down any composting you do, like with eggs or banana peels or anything you throw in coffee rinds and things like that. So you want to do that. Compost is really important for doing build up of soil. I love composting. The big bins are the best, because what I used to do is I used to just throw, I had a huge bin outside my door. My ex hated that, but I did, because anytime anytime I would have anything, I just throw it in that bin, in that bin outside the door. And it was great because I could just compost everything. My soil was the bomb.com. I could grow anything, and I'd grow pumpkins late season and they would be robust. So compost. I always say that. And peat moss, raise your beds, clay enclosure, composted, peat moss, compost, and then build up your soil with organic soil on top. Okay. And make sure you don't do corn. I always suggest people, please don't grow corn. Corn takes up too much of your, it takes too much liquid water. It eats up all the minerals in your soil. It's not good to grow corn. People like to do it because it's fun to do. I say, yeah, you could do it for fun. And also you have to be concerned about cross-fertilization with the corn. So I just suggest don't do corn. It's too much stress on your soil. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? You know, do beans, do squash, I love, you know, do cucumbers, little tomatoes are better than growing the big beef tomatoes. Why? It's because the little tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes, the way that they grow, they don't leach off your soil as much, and they actually are better for the soil to grow with other vegetables. I know I could talk about this all day. I don't want to bore you. Yeah, this is just that's that farm life. How do you make natural your acidic soil for blueberries? Blueberries don't mind acidity. Berries don't mind acidity. That's one thing I noticed that they're not really that temperamental. Blueberries can grow pretty wild. Like my raspberry bush. Like I said, I had a third of an acre of raspberries. They're likened to that. They grow wild, like weeds. My raspberry bush was a third of an acre. I used to have the Mocha's moms come with the babies and come pick them because I had so many raspberries, and they grow wild. They don't mind acidic. They actually will neutralize the soil. They work with it well. So blueberries, raspberries, strawberries a little more temperamental. It's harder to yield strawberries because you have pests that eat strawberries more. I had a whole host of daddy longlegs, and please don't kill the spiders if you're growing berries. Spiders kill all the little insects that eat up your leaves, and beetles that eat your leaves for your berries. So please, if you have arachnophobia, don't grow berries. Berries grow best if you have spiders around them. I'm being honest. I had daddy longlegs all through my raspberry field, and my raspberries were robust. Nothing ever messed with them. Okay? So it's beautiful. So, you know, spiders matter. Just, you know, daddy longlegs are not that bad. They're actually very interesting, and they're non-aggressive. They just eat the little bugs, parasites on top, like beetles and stuff that will mess with your berries. Okay, so I always tell people, don't kill anything. The only thing you have to worry about is certain ants. Certain ants will eat up your leaves. So make sure you use a little bit of cayenne pepper on your leaves. They don't like the pepper. Basil, grow basil around your garden. Bugs don't like basil. Okay, so, you know, do things like that. Florida's a little different. I'm mostly talking about cooler areas. Florida, we have more voracious pests that eat up things that are soft. So I usually do things inner garden with softer fruits or tomatoes, because even the lizards will take bites of all my tomatoes. Like I had cherry tomatoes. I didn't know that lizards ate tomatoes, but they come and they would take a bite of each tomato, so they would just ruin my peppers. So it's crazy because they'll take one bite and then they'll take a bite of another one and ruin my whole yield. I was like, why are you eating up all? Just take a bite of all of one. No, they don't do that. They take a little bite of each. So I've learned to, like peppers and stuff like that, I generally do inside. They won't mess with they won't mess with your where's your bonnet peppers? Scotch bonnets, they won't mess with them. They won't mess with the Scotch bonnet. or the ghost peppers. They won't mess with them. They smell them. They won't even touch them. So if you're growing Scotch bonnets, you're good. If you're growing ghost peppers, which many, yeah, it's hot. It's heat. And if you want to keep the bugs off of everything else, crush a couple of them, put them around your garden. You'll deter most venomous things. They don't like that. They don't want to mess with it. Yeah, I know. We get into gardening. I tell you, it's beautiful. But like I said, when we get to Brazil, it's going to be a different environment, and I have to learn as a cultivator. And I'll probably know along with the other Brazilians, native Brazilians that are joining the community. I'll learn from them. I never know too much, and I never to take like I know all. I would love to learn from our Brazilian natives that are from Brazil to actually teach us about how their fruits and vegetables grow and what's best for the soil. And I want to learn that. So I'm going to be really, really green and open for any suggestions to our Brazilian family cultivation of the land. Because remember, it's different. You know, we're in rainforest country. It's very rich in soil, but it's probably high in pH, I'm assuming, and I don't know. So, and we have more voracious type of, you know, different kinds of insects and so on. And also, sidebar, because I gotta go. I could talk to you all day. For those who are deciding to go to Brazil, whether you join us or not, just be mindful that we're going to a tropical region. For those, remember my family had migrated from South America here to the Caribbean, and then we migrated some of us to the States. Be mindful that malaria is an issue there because there are a high amount of mosquitoes. And if your blood is not recognized, meaning that your ancestors have never been there before, I would ask that you kind of cultivate yourself to starting to eat some of the foods of Brazilians now, as far as their green foods, like eating more, they eat bamboo a lot. Bamboo is a big part of their jackfruit also. Start eating some of the foods from Brazil to get your body kind of accustomed to, and your pH changed a little bit. So when you go to Brazil, you're not eaten up alive. Okay, I learned that in my survival technique aside, yes. You got to kind of match the environment you're going to, because if you don't, when you get there, you know, again, especially if you're bringing babies and grandparents, also for those who are deciding to join and go to Brazil, if you are doing your paperwork, and I think we'll get into that later once the land is procured, make sure that you do dual citizenship unless you plan to go there fully. You want to always keep your United States citizenship. I always encourage it because you don't want to give that up. It is still gold amongst all other citizenships. And you want to be able to come home in case somebody gets sick or something happens. So make sure that you, if you're procuring your paperwork, and remember, you have to have an income. Most people don't know that. You have to have an income of 40,000 shown on paper. So these are things we'll talk about once we get there, but I want to kind of give you heads up about the, you know, the status of getting there, and also making sure we stay there and getting your paperwork right, so that you can stay cohesively, because there are laws. And remember, the reason why they want to make sure you have paperwork, because Brazil has the best medical system that trumps the United States. Listen to me, family. They have the best doctors. All my Brazilian friends will run to Brazil to go to their doctors because their doctors trump ours by 40%. They are better doctors and better physicians and better medical than here in the United States. 1,000. So they get free medical. So that's why when you get partial citizenship, you too, especially if you have children or elders, it's very important for us to keep some of our for the medical there, because they do pay fully for medical if you are a resident there. Okay, so that's something else you should know. But their medical trumps ours. Okay, so like I said, my Brazilian friends, they don't go to our doctors. They don't trust our doctors. They don't like our medical system. They say it sucks. Their doctors supersede ours. Go figure that, right? And we're supposed to be a first world country. They have the best doctors. So that's something to put in consideration. So I want to get you a little bit of information on there. Yeah, Cuban doctors are the bomb.com as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a shame that I will do, when I get to Brazil, see, the thing about it is I don't want to jump the gun before I do things. I want to do things as I go along, so that you see the chain of movement that I do. I want you to see it so that you know exactly what to do. I want to go through the steps with everyone. So as I'm going through the steps, then you go through the steps, because not everybody's going to stay on site with us. Some people are just going to move to Brazil, and that's cool because we'll see them. I'll be there within the next 2 years. Full-time, definitely within the next 6 years. So I'll be in Brazil at least part-time in the next 2 years, or 60% of the time. And after that, I'll probably be there more full-time within 6 years. I want to make sure that the area that we're living is safe. I want to make sure it's cohesive. Remember, I have little people and I have a mother and I have family. We have family there also. FleurBrun doesn't jump guns. Yeah, I'm very slow and methodical when it comes to something, especially when it involves my family. So, you know, if it was just me single FleurBrun is a little different. I would be a little more rush. But because I want to make sure that everything is done properly and legally and cohesively, I do things in a way that I know will last long term. I'm looking futuristically. I'm not looking at short-term goals. I'm planning short-term goals, but only to enhance and to fulfill my long-term goals. Okay, so, you know, I say that. And also we'll get into some of the things you should be taking holistic and holistic wise before we get to Brazil. Some of our people that are coming with us are actually staying in Paraguay as well. So some people are staying in Paraguay and Argentina, and they will be part of our neighbors because of where we're living. So our community will be extensive based on the fact that we'll have others who are living in Argentina and also in Paraguay. They got Wi-Fi. There's Wi-Fi. I mean, depending on where we are, we'd have to build in our own system of that too. But remember, I'm going to live on the outskirts of the jungle. I got to be careful about the jungle because you got caiman, you got boa constrictors, things like that. The spiders there are the size of hands or bigger. So I come from the islands and I come from places that are tropical. Remember, I've had family in Brazil and also French Guiana. So we're accustomed to big things. But for those who've never left before, you would be shocked at some of the creatures, the beautiful creatures that live in the jungle. So okay, so no, 40,000. Okay, I'll get into that. We're gonna try, because we're part of a community. So I'm going to try to find out what we'll do for those who may not make the income. To get residency, full residency, you have to be able to have 40K. But there may be some adjustments for those who could stay a little while and then leave, and stay a little while and leave and go back and so on. So we'll figure out how to work that. I want to make sure we're legal, and I want to make sure that we're friendly in the community that we live, meaning that people think we are a benefit to the environment. I want to make sure that we are liked and wanted and needed there. That's one thing that I will do. I will only move somewhere where it is a benefit to them and a benefit to us, meaning that the land that we live on and also us as a collective. I have to live like that. That's just how I roll. Okay, so I'll give more information. I'm just throwing things out there at you just to put it in your consciousness so that you kind of have an idea of what's going on. Okay, so that you're not lost in the sauce, so that you know what's got to get you up to that point. But as far as the residency, partial citizenship, we'll get into that later. Okay, so like I said, when I go through the steps, I'll tell you to go to the steps. And I'm not telling everybody where we're going to live, because like I said, there's some males who keep threatening to come and sexually accost me and my sea stars. So I have to be very careful, because again, we have children coming and families coming. I cannot disclose where we're going to be. It's just, you just know this. This is the internet. We have some fabulous people who are part of our family, and I already know who you are. But the people who don't speak on here, who are watching this video, those are the diabolical ones who want to know where we're going, and that can't happen. But like I said, if they want to bring it, they're going to be met with force, because we are coming, and some of us are goons. Some of us are undercover goons who got a lot of pent up anger, who just want to take it out on you and bury you in the rainforest. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they like to threaten sexual accost me and my sea stars, talking about they're going to come and cultivate us. No, we don't need your cultivation, loves. We're coming with our own, okay? So we're coming with really divine males who are really strong. And the males that are coming with us are not, you know, they're not just great father figures and, you know, good, stable men, but they're really, they're builders. And they have things to offer. Any male coming with us has something to offer, meaning that as sea stars, we muse men, and we will cultivate, and we can build and make it beautiful. But males are here to protect, and they're also to be builders. okay, and nurturers. So the type of males that will be allowed, they can go to Brazil on their own. They can go anywhere, but to be in our community around family and sea stars who I am taking responsibility for protecting, they have to be the bomb.com. So if you're the type of dude who says you're going to do something and doesn't do it, you're not welcome. If you're the type of dude that doesn't take care of his own children and family system, or you hurt women, you're not welcome. If you're the type of man who likes to sit down and push buttons and doesn't like to build, you're not welcome. You have to come with, I know my sea stars at thebomb.com. I just know my sea stars can put up a spell to protect the arenas. They know how to grow things. They know how to nurture babies. They know how to write and read and sing and bring music and culture and higher vibrations. They know how to do hortopathic medicine. Many of them are naturopathic sea stars. I mean, a lot of the sea stars are coming already ready and able and willing. Our males have to be a little different because this frequency is divine feminine. So these males have to reach a higher level to even sit in a good cohesiveness with a bunch of us. So if they got to show it, he got to be a builder. He's got to have a proper blood type. He's got to be a family-oriented person, and he's got to come with zero baggage. That the men have a little more of, we have to have a little more credibility for the males than females. Females, I know, can work collectively together, and we need to make sure we have men who have some standards and integrity. Like I said, if you're a man who says something and doesn't do it, we don't need you. Okay, I need doers, not talkers. Okay, so you know, men, they know who they are, and we know who they are. It's not a hit on them. Like I said, they can move somewhere else, but if it's going to be around us and our families, I have to protect my little ones, and I want yours to be protected in you. That's just what it is. They can go build their own jungle somewhere, their own jungle houses somewhere else. I got babies and grandmothers and so on. I got to protect them, and I can't have some loose goons like Nazi Knot. What's his name? Nature Nazi Knot. You know, that's not gonna fly. Okay, or men who like to stick and move. You know, men who like to create a whole bunch of children and don't even take care of them, but they want to move to your community and impregnate some of my sea stars. I think not. Let me stop. A lot of the men just left the room now like, oh, FleurBrun went too far. She said, let them suckers build the treehouse in the yard. Yes, let them go somewhere else. Let them be with their own. The Lost Boys. Oh, let me stop. Yeah, the babies are coming. If you know nothing about me, you know that I'm a guardian to the babies. So as long as children and grandparents are coming, I'm real stringent. I'm much more strict. So if you live a life that's a little more obscure, you've got some interesting, you know, propensities, this is probably not the place for you. It's a little more holistic. It's a little more naturopathic. And, you know, these are going to be a lot of the cultivators of healthy children. Okay, so for that reason, especially we have little boys, I got to protect them from pedophiles. So, you know, things like that, you know. So you know, I put it all into mind. Yeah, the little people matter. Yeah, and, you know, we'll have the elders be able to read story time. My mother's very big into that. She was a teacher for a long time. So we'll have some elders who will help us also cultivate the environment. And that's very helpful. And we're coming with every race and every genre of person. So, you know, you're getting a lot of women coming from, some of them are coming from Swiss Alps, from Switzerland, from Nordic areas, and then you're getting some of the women coming from the Congo and from Liberia and also from Sierra Leone. So we're getting a beautiful spectrum of different colors and spectrums of people with the same frequency. And that's what's going to make it very unique and beautiful. So I have to be mindful of that as well. Okay, so I can't be president. I'll be wild. We'd be eating mangoes on. We wouldn't do anything. If I was president, we'd be eating mangoes and having hammock time. Like taking breaks in the middle of the day where you go and chill out, eat your fruit, having sex, and sleeping on hammocks. We would never we wouldn't be able to do anything. We'd be wild. No clothes out. We'd just be a free nation. I don't know how much we get done though. Oh, let me behave myself. Anyway, I got an appointment. All right, family. I love talking to you. Happy Divine, re-upping of our shields. Happy Divine 13. Enjoy, do well, and you know, live your highest life. And we've already upped our shield, so let's see how it works again. It's been doing a masterful job. I love you and have a masterful day. Do well by all that you encounter and show them what divinity really looks like. Peace.